Welcome back to the 38th episode of the mobile workshop build out. Can you believe 38 episodes already? Today I'm going to be using these 1x that I have over here, and I'm going to chop them up to make drawers. I must admit, not a lot of this was thought out. I just kind of was at the lumber store. I was like, yeah, I'll take this, I'll take that. I should be able to make it. So, haphazard, but exciting nonetheless. Here I'm fitting the sides of the drawers. I would use 1x for the back as well. But first I had to take a time out to pet the dogs. Not my idea, they just kind of forced it upon me. They do this once in a while around feeding time, but that was far away, so I wasn't having it. Now another thing I'm doing in conjunction with the drawers is that I'm putting faces on these workbench frames. That's just some cheap 1/4-inch plywood. And after everything is cut out, there really is not much left to this thing. It sort of left me thinking, is this all worth it? But every time I glanced at the workbench, I knew it would look a lot better with a face on it. Perhaps it was just me pretending to be a woodworker. Alright, I got a couple of the skins all cut out. There's one sitting there, there's the other one. These are just laying in there. And I don't think I'm going to use those. I'm going to put a different face on here. I got some of the components for the drawers, and we're going to try to get at least 3 of them built. And these doors right here, I don't think they're going to get built today. Today we're just worried about drawers. This skin is hiding what will be a 4th drawer, and that's where my sockets are going to live, inside there. This is an old drawer. I'm going to modify to fit in this spot. These, well, we haven't gotten there yet. One thing at a time, Marty, one thing at a time. Now here I've got some 5/8 plywood, much heavier stuff, maybe a little bit overkill for these drawers that I'm making, but I knew that if I use heavy material I can put whatever I want in there. Wrenches, heavy things, you know, ratchets, whatever, and it would hold up for years and years of service. Now I just had to assemble them. I figured I'd try the air gun here just to make everything quick and easy. Bing, 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 done. But my efforts were thwarted. If at first you fail, try. Dang it. Damn. Marred that up real good, didn't I? Down to 2 strikes. And, yep. That's the end of that. I think we're going to do this the old school way. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways. Go figure. still good sped up, doesn't it? I'm gonna have to fix all those holes later. Probably should dovetail these joints, right? And wait like 3 years before the project's finished. Even with this rudimentary process that I was building these drawers with, it was still going to take me a long time regardless. Now, I'm just going to make a notch. And that'll help guide her in.
The one with the sharp point?
Fit now. Ah, yeah, steady. Support it all the way around. Guides in and out. Nice, nice.
Okay, you guys are next.
Now that I had a process figured out, things went a little bit faster, even though I had to use nails by hand instead of using the pneumatic nailer. Jabs checked in on me every once in a while to make sure I was doing things the right way. In all seriousness, this part of the build was pretty nice. These are the moments when I can just kind of shut my brain off and cruise along and not have to think about things. All I had to do is do these things. I went to put this fourth shelf in to mark where the rail has to be, and I realized I was hitting my wiring back here. So this one's going to be a little bit special in that I'm going to have to notch the back end of this. Should be pretty easy. Wait. I know what you're thinking, so let me cut you off. I thought the same thing while I was editing this video. Why didn't you just notch the supports for the tabletop and tuck the wire up in there instead of having to manipulate the drawer? And the answer for that is, I don't know. I think one of the reasons could be that I was in a real rush to get the workshop kind of completed, because I wanted to get back to kayaking and all kinds of fun stuff that, you know, doesn't revolve around this workshop. Another reason could be that it is my lack of experience as a woodworker, and I do think about these things while I'm making the videos, because there's plenty of people out there that probably do a better job than me. But one of the things that I really try to inspire in folks is the idea that you don't have to be an expert in any one particular thing. Sometimes you just need enough knowledge to convince you to move forward and try something that you're not too familiar with or not too comfortable with, because sometimes what you wind up with is actually really cool, and also there's the added benefit of learning something as you do something. So I'm not afraid to make mistakes and share them with you. I'm aware of some of my mistakes, and I tend to be kind of stubborn, so I just wanted to add that before somebody commented below about, hey, you know, you should have done this and you should have done that. I'm just trying to be preemptive there. So anyways, back to the manipulation of the drawer. One good thing that came from this actually was inevitably I did hit a staple with the saw blade, and that led to me eventually buying a brand new blade. So now we got an old crappy blade and a brand new sharp one. Thank you, Staples. Uh-oh, wrong way. I'm not really concerned about things falling out of the back of this drawer because it's going to be custom like that. Let's just see though. Oh yeah, that goes all the way back now. Even without making these crazy notches in drawers, every time I've built similar ones in the past, every drawer is custom to its particular spot. If I could be more uniform with my measurements and every drawer opening was the same, it wouldn't matter which drawer goes where, and I could build them like assembly line style. But as is, I've always made one drawer at a time for one particular opening. Action is good, does not wobble. And before I put the faces on these drawers, I want to fit this inside there. Unfortunately, this is never going to go back inside the milk crates. Its time has come anyways. So I'm going to take the face off of this. We're going to have to trim this because it won't quite fit in there, almost, but just not quite. I'm going to run it through the saw. I'm probably going to hit some of these staples. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of staples. Oh man. Yeah. Don't like to destroy stuff in order to make stuff. But this is a lot of work to redo. So, unfortunately, gotta go. After a few passes, I thought, maybe I won't hit staples, and boy was I wrong. Yikes. Oh, there you go. I'm going to fix that eventually. Put some, I don't know, caulking in there or something. That's alright. I also don't like how, yeah, you see how that kind of falls down? I'll have to work on that. Probably by raising these up, maybe making a catch on the bottom. Also so it doesn't fall out. But in the meantime, there's a huge step forward. When I need, and this is all uncluttered, and I'm actually working on stuff, and I need a socket, boom, there it is. And I need a screwdriver, boom, there it is. If I need a driver, boom, there it is. Of course, I'll probably need a 10. But yeah, organization. We are leveling up. I think what's neat about this is that someday, if I need to take this elsewhere, I should be able to remove it, take it to where I'm working, say on the truck or something like that, and then I can bring the whole thing back and it will go home inside this drawer. Yeah, so I kind of like that. I might not be caulking this later. Good. Take that. Well, I have built drawers before in the past, and this reminds me of exactly the way it is. It's very meticulous, and your measurements got to be real nice. Otherwise, things aren't going to slide and work very good. Maybe someday, if I did this all the time, I would get better and more efficient at it. But for right now, it is beating me up. That and the fact that it is 90 degrees in here. So I think I'm going to come back on a different day when I'm a little less sweaty and work on the drawer faces. I got an idea how I'm going to make them kind of look pretty cool, despite the fact that the wood I have for that doesn't really look that nice right now. But fingers crossed that turns out well. Stick around, I'll share it with you. Catch you later.